Hi, I'm going to show you how I animate, what app it is, and how to use it. And now, let's get into the video. I use Flip-A-Clip, this app right here. These are all the projects that I've done. And over here is movies. All the movies I've done. Some of them I've posted on YouTube, some of them I haven't. So what you're going to do is you're going to hit the plus at the bottom, and it brings you up to this screen. And you name your animation. I'm just, for example, going to name it Test. And you will hit Create New. This is frames per second. I usually keep it on 14. You can change it after you hit Create New. I usually keep it at 14 or 12. And this is where you can choose your background out of all of these. You can choose the color of your background by hitting the paint bucket, and you can choose if you want an image in your background, which is all these, and what you'll do, and this is picture video, if like say, and this is picture or video. Now what you all want to do is you hit create project, and that brings you into this screen. You move your canvas around by placing 2 fingers on the screen. I'm using a tablet right now, and you kind of just mess around with it and it moves around. And up here, this is the paintbrush where the pink is on, and this is where you can choose your color. As you can see, now it's red, now it's green, now, yeah, that's where you can choose your color. That's where you can choose your size. You hold down, drag down for lower, and drag up for higher for the size. I just keep it usually at 7. This is where you can choose your brush type, right here. And the back arrow that's highlighted in pink is how you go back. Now this is with the eraser and all that. The eraser this is the opacity. I usually keep it at 0 and keep the size at like 11 or so. This is the lasso, so basically when you draw something, you can lasso it, move it around, shrink it, turn it, and do all that. Make it bigger and smaller. That's the lasso, and there's all like the lasso effects down here. You can delete it, you can do all the stuff. This is the paint bucket where you can choose your color and all that. And it's just a classic paint bucket. And if you go to the color menu, down here is the opacity where you can choose how clear or not it is. So say I, with the paint bucket, do orange, and then with this, I make the opacity really low, and it's supposed to be black, and then it's kind of transparent, you can see. And so I usually just keep that up high unless I'm doing like underwater scenes and stuff. This is the text tool. You probably can figure that out. You just click on it, hit the plus text down there, and you do insert text, and you just type whatever, and then like literally whatever, and then you hit insert, and it inserts the text, and that's it for all the tools over here. So let's get into the main animation. Down here you can see all your frames, and so what you will want to do is you'll want to draw a frame. Let's just draw a bouncing ball.
What do you mean by that?
And what you'll want to do is you'll draw your frame. Oh yeah, up here is like all the project settings. We'll get into that later. What you'll want to do is you'll draw a ball or whatever you want to animate. And this is the plus button. And you see how there's an onion frame right here? They're called onion frames. And that's to show where your last animation, where like your last thing was, like last frame was. And you can turn it on and off with these little dots up here. If you click those, then onion frame right there, you can turn it on, off, And if you hit edit, then you can choose how many frames are before it, but you have to have the Flip-A-Clip Plus for that. But and that's basically onion frames for that. And up here, this is like project settings, where like you can choose all your FPS and stuff. There's frames viewer, where you can do that, and you can like copy multiple frames at once and paste them out all at once. And yeah, so I want to get out of that. And there's add image, which, guess what? You add an image. Just don't ask what these are. And that's pretty much it for it. This is add video. You have to watch an ad for that. And make movie makes it so it's saved in your gallery. Anyways, so I'm gonna finish up this ball bouncing scene. See you when it's done. This is the bouncing ball animation. I just did it quick. It's not my best animation. It's actually one of my worst, but here it is. Yeah, and it just loops. You can see I only did one rotation of bouncing, where it's up and then it goes down and then back up. But then it loops, so it looks like it's just going infinitely. And if you hit this sound thing over here, that thing, it'll bring you up to here. Now this might look crazy, but it's actually not that crazy. All you have to do is this little thing right there. That's the record button. I'm not going to get into this one and that one in this video. Maybe in a next one if I ever make one. And so if you hit this, you can record a sound. And I'm just going to make a dumb sound for the bouncing ball. Let's just do boing, boing, boing. And then this is all your sound. You can cut it off with these things right there, and you play it, boing, and you can hear. And so if you hit this back arrow, this action will discard your recording, and if you hit discard, then it'll like just delete it, and if you hit cancel, then it'll stay. And so I'm gonna see boing, which one's better. Boing. Okay, that's the first one I like the best. So I'm gonna cut it to there. I'm gonna hit this check mark up there. I'm gonna do that. That's the recording. Something's up with my Flip-A-Clip, and it's not showing all of the sound, but I don't know why. But yeah. So then that's the sound, and if you hold down on the sound, then you can move it around. If you click if you click once and then you click it again, then there's this one where you copy it, and you can move it to layers to like, you can like layer them and do all that. And this is trash. This is where you cut your thing in half. So that the trash can is trash. The one that kind of looks like a knife is where you cut it in half. Don't know what the other one is. That one's copy, but I guess I already went over that. And you can layer them by doing in like different, I guess, slots, I would say. And layering them sounds like this. Boing, 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 boing. I kind of like that. I might delete this one. And now let's hear it with 2. Boing, boing, boing. No, I'm just keeping it to 1. I like the sound better. And boing. And once you go back into this, oh yeah, this is like where you lock the sound right there, so that you can't do anything with it. You can't move it around or anything. This is where you do the volume, where if you hold down, you can drag down for the volume to lower it, drag up. Same with all like same with the size back at the tools. And once you go back with this button up there, then the sound will still stay with the animation, as you can hear. Boing, boing, boing. That's it for today. Oh yeah, wait, no, not it, false alarm. And these are the layers, so you can like add another layer and then draw something. And if you go to, and if you over in this thing, if you you can like do the layer opacity, and if you swipe, you have all these options to like copy the layer, delete it, and all that. And if you hit this, if you hit that button right there, if you hit it, that makes the layer invisible. And when you're on, say I'm on layer 2, which I'm on, which is, you can see up here, the one highlighted in pink, I can't erase layer 1. Like, it's just physically impossible. And if you go to layer 1, now you can erase it again. And you can then again delete it, which I'm going to do. And now you're only left with one layer. That's it for today's video. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss out on any more animations. Bye.